All right, let's dive into a story that really gets under your skin. It taps into that universal fear. The feeling of being totally alone on some dark road, super late at night. This is the last stop on Hollow Ridge.
So, what if the last ride of the night was yours? It seems like a simple question, right? But trust me, the answer this story gives is, well, it's anything but simple. It takes that idea and just drives it somewhere really, really unsettling. So, what's our setup here? You've got a forgotten town, a super repetitive, lonely job, and a passenger who never, ever leaves. Yeah, those are the ingredients for this story, and it all kicks off with a deep sense of isolation. Okay, so first things first, let's set the scene and meet our main guy. Because in a story like this, the atmosphere, it's just as important as any character. We're in Hollow Ridge, Colorado, back in 2008, and this place, it's a forgotten little mountain town, the kind that's barely a speck on a map. You're surrounded by these endless pine forests, these dark winding roads, and that isolation, it's absolutely crucial. It's what makes sure our protagonist is completely, utterly on his own, with nowhere to run when things start to go wrong. And this quiet, it's not the peaceful kind. Not at all. It's oppressive. It's the kind of heavy silence that makes every little creak, every strange noise sound 10 times louder. It's the kind that turns your own thoughts against you.
So into this oppressive silence walks our guy, Evan Brooks. He's 29 and he is just mentally exhausted, burnt out from the noise of the modern world. He's not running from one specific thing, He's running from everything. So this job, driving an empty shuttle bus in a ghost town, it seems like the perfect escape, the perfect way to just disappear. And for a little while, he gets exactly what he wanted. Total solitude, a simple, predictable route. No passengers, no small talk, no drama. He found his perfect silence. But, of course, something was waiting for him inside of it.
All right, this is where things take a turn. The story shifts from this quiet character piece into, well, full-blown horror. That isolation Evan wanted so badly, it's about to become the stage for something awful. His safe, quiet routine is about to be shattered.
The story gets really specific here, zeroing in on this one single moment. It's only his third night on the job. The fog is thick, rolling in off the mountains, and at exactly 2:17 in the morning, he sees something. That exact time makes it all feel so much more real, like it was fated to happen.
And this is the first real crack in his reality. He sees a woman at a bus stop, but here's the thing. That bus stop isn't on his route. It shouldn't even be there. The first night, he just drives right by, tells himself she's probably a lost hiker or something. But then he glances in his rearview mirror and he sees her lift her head and smile. Chilling.
So, the next night? Yep, she's there again. And this time, he stops. As she gets on the shuttle, he feels this rush of cold air, but that's not the weirdest part. Her footsteps. They make absolutely no sound. And that's it. That's the first sign that the normal rules of the world are starting to break.
Evan, trying to make this feel normal, asks the standard question you'd ask any passenger.
Where you end. Whoa. I mean, she doesn't give him a street name, she gives him a threat. A deeply personal one. Evan tries to just laugh it off, but you can bet that the dread is already sinking in deep.
And this is where the horror just goes to a whole new level, a psychological one. She starts riding with him every single night. Never pays, he says she never even blinks, but she talks. And the things she knows, they're impossible. She knows about his childhood dog, about a voicemail he deleted years ago, even a recurring dream he's never told a soul. She's not just some random ghost. She's something that knows him inside and out.
Okay, so this brings us to the climax. Evan's fear has been building night after night, and now we're finally about to see what this is all about. We're about to understand who or what this passenger really is.
So one night, Evan finally works up the nerve to ask for her name. And her answer is just bone-chilling foreshadowing. She tells him, "I don't have one anymore, but you'll lend me yours." Yeah, she's not just looking for a ride. She's looking for a replacement. Right as she says that, something catches his eye. He glances up at the big rearview mirror. And this is the exact moment the whole thing flips. The threat isn't just in the shuttle with him anymore. It's something much, much worse. And here it is, the big, terrifying reveal. He looks in the mirror, and he's not the one driving. There's an older man at the wheel, looking totally hollow-eyed and exhausted. And standing behind that driver is Evan himself. His own reflection, standing right where the woman should be. In an instant, he's become a passenger in his own life.
So naturally, he panics. He slams on the brakes, tells her to get out. But her response confirms everything. She says, "This is usually where you don't." And just like that, the engine cuts out. The doors lock with a click. He is completely and totally trapped.
So now we're in the final act. We're about to see how this supernatural exchange plays out. Because this isn't just a simple haunting. It's a curse, a cycle, and it has to be completed.
The woman is now in the driver's seat, somehow, and the shuttle starts moving again. But it's going backward. Not back along his route, but down some dark, forgotten road Evan has never seen before. A road that feels less like a real place and more like a memory. And this is when she explains the terrifying rule of this place. Hollow Ridge isn't just a quiet town, it's a trap. It's a place that has to consume people to keep existing. And that job, the lonely night shuttle driver, that's a role that has to be filled, always.
The shuttle finally comes to a stop, and suddenly, Evan is standing outside on the cold asphalt. He looks inside, and the woman, she looks younger, vibrant, alive again, and she just drives away, leaving him standing there at that forgotten bus stop. He's become the new silent passenger, just waiting for the next driver who's looking for a little peace and quiet. And that's really the unsettling idea that this story leaves you with. If a place is forgotten by the rest of the world, does it start to make its own rules? It suggests that when you try to completely check out, to escape everything, you might just fall off the map and into a place that operates on its own dark logic. Evan came to Hollow Ridge for an escape, and in the end, he didn't escape at all. He was just replaced.